Now we're going to see Julian Wilson, a former finalist here at Main Break, taking on Miguel Pupo. And these two competitors have met so many times head-to-head, and the majority of those battles have gone down in the third round.
Keeps it exciting. I like it.
Wilson swinging on the first wave of Heat 2. And there's that compressed bottom turn Pete Mel was talking about, and a beautiful carve, a little bit more aggression, a deeper set rail than what we saw in the first heat. But keep in mind, this isn't the biggest set wave rolling through today, but what a finish on the inside. That should score very well.
Well, I mean, it feels to me like this is going to be the best wave of the morning. Yes, you're right. It wasn't one of those major set waves, but I mean, sacrificing a little bit of size of wave to give that extra performance. Right there onto the reef. Great start for Julian Wilson. Take a look at the replay here. Again, not the biggest of set waves, but look at the line on it. And then this turn, big arc, great technique. See how that front arm rotating around it, he actually dragged it in the water. You don't always see that, where you can actually see the surfer put that hand into the water, and then the finish, the big floating finish. So again, ton of variety in those three turns. Absolutely three different style turns. This big arc, look at the arm in the water, rotates around it, front arm, or the back arm comes completely around, and that's that powerful move. And of course, this is all set up by that compressed bottom turn. See how he loads up? He's eyeing where that section's going to be, and actually sloughed a little speed just to be able to time it better where he was going to do this arc. And then sticks the arm in the water and rotates around it, dragging it, carving through it, and then accentuating it by torquing the hips and the body. Beautiful work there from Julian Wilson. And that's why it's so important to be underneath, you know, literally underneath the breaking wave so that the wind doesn't grab you.
Well, let's see what Miguel Pupo can do. Straightens out, and he's going to get stuck there. Oh, look at this thing. Julian Wilson, late drop. Has the speed to get around this wave and out onto the open face. Dealing with some bumps nicely, just looking for a backup out of this ride. Let's see what kind of finish he can add. Goes for the huge floater and somehow hangs onto it.
All I was thinking is it was free falling was that Achilles
to commit to as we go to the replay.
Well, it's almost like these waves came more out of that westerly direction, which keeps those rights open. There was that little stickiness, but he was able to motor through it, powered through it, really. The second section here, just adjusting, setting up the final floater maneuver. But when you get that little west angle to it, it actually spreads the wave out.
Looks like definitely we've seen a few competitors that just in paddling into these waves, Strider could have used a little extra length in their board. Let's see how Miguel goes on this one. A late drop, he hangs onto it. And already banking on that bottom turn, driving away from that tube.
Oh.
So that's a couple of times now, and even though it's not a guarantee you're going to make that barrel,
no,
why not take a chance?
Setting the rail on a wave like that, it looked like he needed a little more drive on the backhand. It's just radical. He just gave us a woo because he was just stoked to make the wave out through the corner. And let me tell you, when you're dropping in on a wave out here, like Pete was talking about, the sheer wind force as that thing comes up the face, it kind of doubles the wind speed and the wave speed coming at it. It's just all kind of pinnacles. So that's probably the most intense part. It's just getting down the face out here.
Pete.
Right there, he could have maybe pulled up in there, but it wasn't going to be, that was a 50-50 chance, and it looked like it would have clamped on him anyway. Absolutely agreed, and I hope that it keeps going because it's going to be a long day of surfing.
20 seconds to go, and Julian Wilson just playing the showman role now because he's got this heat stitched up and he just wants to ride another one of these beautiful big right-handers, and he's going to bring it off the bottom and into the lip here. A committed turn, and he'll ride out of that move. Just got sideswiped at the bottom there, but that was a monster finish to that wave and a great finish to heat number 2.